Mark Hopkins and Chris Zammit. Zammit is nothing in round one. Hopkins, a loss in round one. So someone's got to get a win here. Someone's going to be 1 from 2 like everyone else. Someone's messaging me here. Oh, apparently we lost the YouTube feed, apparently. Someone said that. Oh, Benny's restarted. Oh, we've got people watching everywhere. Chris Zammit, Mark Hopkins, here we go. Someone's going to get a win here. Who said the 7 flat class can't be exciting? Oh, hang on, he got timed out or something, did he, Zammit? Zammit's going to get a win here. He goes 7.45 for the win, 7.45 with a 7. You never think you'd have to go to the third decimal point, but it is drag racing. Sometimes you've got to go there. And Chris Zammit gets 1 there finally, so he's now 1 from 2. And this should be Paul Toms and Scott de Groot. Scott de Groot a win in round 1. Paul Toms a win in round 1. So someone's going to be disappointed here. So Scott de Groot or Paul Toms. Mark Hopkins, none from 2. Alicia, 1 from 2. Let's just see how this one turns out. So we're all 1 from 2 so far, except let's just see how this one goes. Paul Toms a win in round 1 against a red lighting Alicia. Scott de Groot, round 1 win against Chris Zammit. Better reaction time to Paul Toms. They're out there. We're coming to the stripe now. He's out there. He's level with him. He's in front of him. He's in front of him. He turns it around. A 7.01 for Scott de Groot. A 7.01 just when he needed it against Paul Toms, 7.27. So Scott de Groot goes to round 3. The only guy with 2 from 2. Everyone else is 1 from 2. So that is crazy. Nido Performance Engineering right down to Rebels. 1 from 2 for Petrovic. Going to face Scott de Groot, 2 from 2. Mark Hopkins, none from 2, takes on Alicia, 1 from 2. Chris Zammit, 1 from 2, takes on Paul Toms, 1 from 2. That's crazy stuff. So that is round number 2 run of everything. That's all good, folks. That's all good. The stream is going to be back on in a sec. Back on. There we go. The stream is back on. It's back on. Welcome everyone back to the live stream. Isn't it amazing? You don't know how it is until it is what it is. And then these people are onto us straight away to say, stream's gone, Diggs, get on a Diggs. You got to go back to the feed page? All right, back to the feed page. Some people are saying they got it already, so I think they've lined it all up. That's good to see. So they're all... There we go, 75 back in a moment. 75 back instant, so that's good. We've got some people watching. We've got more people watching online than we have in the stands. But hey, you know what? It's just one of those things. It's a trade-off. Would you rather have 3,000 new spectators or 50 new entrants? And the answer sometimes is the 50 new entrants. And when we base, our formula on happy sponsors and happy races, instead of trying to get 5,000 people in to watch. All these people would love to run in front of thousands of people, but look, it's hard to do that in any form of the sport. It really is. We're still seeing the best racing ever, and 50,000 people deserve to see it. Will we ever get 50,000 people seeing it? Who knows? But all I know is if you tune into the Sydney Dragway stream on YouTube, anytime after tonight, especially if you're a racer out there and you're all in race mode and you can't quite just catch the stream right now, is that you'll watch it back. You'll find the moments that you like. And we've got another one, technically the old-fashioned term, on tape. We got them on tape. So we are ready to crack out round number 3 of everything. So let me put Rebels down on the bottom. So let's just wrap up Rebels for a quick tick while we can. We've got this track prep going on. So round number 3. So we had wins to Alicia Teal over Petrovic, Chris Zammit over Hopkins, and Scott de Groot over Paul Tom. That goes to round 3. Petrovic will take on de Groot. Petrovic is 1 from 2. De Groot is 2 from 2. So de Groot could go 3 from 3 there if he can take out Phil, but that's a tough ask. Mind you, de Groot went 7.01 with an O. So he's got to be careful not to go to the dark side. Mark Hopkins is none from 2. He's got nothing to lose. Alicia Teal, 1 from 2. And Chris Samet and Paul Toms race each other in round 3. They're both 1 from 2. Rumble, I never quite got to crank the final numbers. Let's crank the final numbers. Bailey Simpson today can't buy a win today. Bailey, none from 2. He'll take on Sean Smith. Sean Smith is none from 2. So those two guys are going to have one final crack at it, and that'll be the end of their night. Rowan Hudson is 1 from 2. He'll take on Steve Hunt, who's 2 from 2. Luke Hauser is 1 from 2 because he got bulbed out, he got timed out there, and that. Well, he didn't get timed out. He bumped out. It was a bump infringement, right? So Luke Hauser will be 1 from 2 up against Jamie Turner, who got done by Shane Locke. So Jamie Turner is 1 from 2. So there we go. Hauser and Turner, 1 from 2. Jai Ackland in that AU, 2 from 2. Shane Locke, 1 from 2, but coming home strong. So we've got 2 at 2 from 2 there. Chris Pattinson and Ross Mackey. Pattinson, he's 2 from 2 because we had a couple of no-shows, so he's in there. Ross Mackey's nowhere to be seen, so he's out. So Pattinson might end up racing. I'm just looking at who else is left because Nathan Dawkins and Brett Matthew are supposed to race each other. Nathan Dawkins is still in. He is 1 from 2, but there's no Brett Matthew. So I'd say Pattinson and Dawkins might race each other for the third time tonight. And if that's the case, Pattinson might go 3 from 3, right? Round 1 win, round 2 paired solos. Round 3 supposed to race a guy not there. Dawkins round 1, Dawkins round 1 loss. Actually legit ran Chris Pattinson in round 1. Round 2 is supposed to race Ross Mackey. It's not here, so we gave him a win when he raced Pattinson. Now, because Pattinson was supposed to race Mackey, he's not here. Dawkins is supposed to race Brett Matthew, that's not here. So you might put Pattinson and Dawkins against each other. Pattinson finishes with 3 from 3. That ET's going to matter. The ET's going to matter right there. 3 from 3, we don't care, but the ET's going to matter. Definitely going to matter. There we go. So word from the hot rod is this. Nitrous solenoid opened. Fuel solenoid did not open. Went super lean, broke a rod. Literally, bang, gone. Beer time. Thank you, Luke, for the update. So, look, in theory, Nathan Dawkins will end up at 2 from 3. Chris Pattinson can end up 3 from 3. But he needs to give us a good ET, and let's see who else gives us a good ET. Righto, Ruckus, the 580 class. Let's look at what round 3 looks like. Derek Logan will go in against Ryan Durant. Derek is 2 from 2. Ryan is 1 from 2. Ronnie Hope goes in against Jai Ward. Both drivers are 1 from 2. Matthew Cowley goes in none from 2 against Bailey Stokes, who's 2 from 2. Robert Morris gets a bye, so he'll end up as 2 from 3, right? Already, he'll end up 2 from 3. We need an ET from him. We need an ET from him. And it's all going to be about how low an ET that can be as to who makes the final. Renegade 550. Let's look at what round 3 looks like. We haven't cranked the numbers yet. Pete Hamilton's already. So Pete Hamilton's 1 from 2. Jason Seng is already 2 from 2. Jacob Setgast is already in there at 1 from 2. Up against Darren Mallison. Mallison lost in round 2, so he goes in 1 from 2 as well. Aris Cantolian in round 3 was supposed to take on Pat O'Shea, but there's no Pat. So whether Aris gets a solo, Aris will end up probably 3 from 3 there. It just depends on who he goes in against, because if Adam Cope is out, well, we didn't see Adam Cope in round 2. If Adam Cope is out, Aris might just have to take a solo. Normally we like to pair the solos. Herman Tosti goes in against Dale Hartle-Law in round 3. Tosti lost in round 1. Tosti lost in round 2. So Tosti's none from 2 up against Dale Hartle-Law, 1 from 2. So Dale could potentially, if Herman gets it together and gives Dale a hard time, he'll end up 1 from 3. Dale could end up 1 from 3. Or if Dale wins that one, he ends up 2 from 3 and we'll be counting back. Disco Dean has to race Jeff Trapnell. Disco Dean he timed out in round 1. So Disco Dean goes into round 3, 1 from 2. Jeff Trapnell is 2 from 2 going into that. So we've got Aris Cantolian on 2 from 2. Jason Singh on 2 from 2. Jeff Trapnell on 2 from 2. Aris on paper may not even run anyone because Pat O'Shea's out. Adam Cope's out. Everyone else has got to race someone. So Aris might end up 3 for 2. He's going to need a good number in the third round. Disco might be the fly in the ointment for Trappy, but if Trappy does win, Trappy's got to run a good number. And Jason Singh, well, he's got to run Pete Hamilton. That's run right on the number 2. God, that's round 3. That's crazy. OG 275. Okay, let's crack this out for round 3. Matt Turnbull's going to race... Oh, wow. Matt Turnbull's going to race Jason Cowan in round 3. Matt Turnbull is 2 from 2. Jason Cowan is 2 from 2. Oh, wow. Guess what the last 2 ETs were? Turnbull 461, Cowan 463. Graham Horner against Christos Kuramula. Now, Christos, 2 losses today because he's running a good number, but just not cutting the lights. Graham Horner